What's up, everybody? It's Dynasty Mir, Search for Uhuru. And today's topic, all right, it's a response to an article I read off of Madame Noir earlier this morning. Now, Madame Noir to me, for the most part, is trash, but this article was very interesting. It was posted on my timeline on Facebook, and I understand where the author was trying to come from, but she overcomplicated the issue. It's a simple answer to why white people love Africans but can't stand African Americans. I'm going to get into that here shortly. But let me start off with this. So I remember the first time back in 2011 when I went to Tanzania. And I remember I was living in LA and I told a couple of my friends in LA, my African friends in LA, let them know that I was going to Africa, to Tanzania. And I remember one of the disclaimers they gave me was, Dynus, I can't do my African accent today. I'm going to try later on, maybe. Dynus, when you go to Africa, do not go with this radicalism. These African Americans who go to Africa, they are very militant. They can be very militant and radical. Don't go with that attitude. Us Africans are a peaceful people. We do not need that radical militant attitude in Africa from you African Americans that you guys have. We do not need that in Africa. All right, I tried. And I said, okay, I understand. I get it. So I remember going to Tanzania, and I remember noticing how pretty much all of the businesses was ran by Indians. Then I remember I left Dar es Salaam and I went to Zanzibar. And I remember in Zanzibar, you have the curio shops. Curio shops are like antique shops. They have beautiful, very beautiful antiques and items and African art in there. And I'll do a story on that later. And I remember all the owners were Indian and all the employees were African or Tanzanian, or to be more specific, they were Maasai. So a lot of the members of the Maasai tribe, they work security, and they work in a lot of these Indian-owned curio shops, which are antique shops. And I remember a couple times, in fact, I had to check one of the owners, Indian guy, because they were coming at the Maasai, their employees, Maasai African employees, sideways, snapping at them, giving them attitudes. I remember one time, Indian guy pulled me to the side, told me how lazy Africans were. So I had to snap on him too. And I'm saying to myself, obviously, these Africans did not give Indians the disclaimer, the don't be militant disclaimer. They obviously didn't get the disclaimer that's reserved for Black Americans. They didn't get it. Yes, please get the likes up. Please hit the like button. They obviously didn't get the disclaimer. I remember going to Kenya. I'm seeing white Kenyan men with their Kenyan wives, completely segregated from Kenyan society. Then, the Chinese, the Lebanese, white people pretty much do whatever they want in Africa. And it's obvious that they do not get the don't be militant in Africa disclaimer. But for some odd reason, the Black American is Thanos to Africans. The Black American is Killmonger. Meanwhile, non-Blacks do whatever they want throughout Africa. So, Dianus, what does that have to do with this story? I'm going to get into it. Why white people love Africans but can't stand African Americans. Hold on, let me edit this title. I forgot to put that in there. Why they love Africans but can't stand African Americans. It's very simple. When I was in Ghana and other places in Africa, especially Ghana, I was very disappointed when I was in Ghana. I get off the plane, you know, my ride comes and gets me, you know, I'm in Accra. I get off the plane, he picks me up, you know, we're in the cab headed back to his house, which is in Mamobi. I remember seeing on the way so many pictures of white Jesus everywhere. So many pictures of white Jesus everywhere. I mean, it was just white Jesus everywhere. I mean, white Jesus was just plastered all over walls, billboards, pimping pastors, you know, flyers, pictures of just white Jesus everywhere in Ghana, everywhere. In fact, let me show you this video. Hold on, let me show you this video, guys. I'm going to get to my point, but let me show you this video real quick. Let me share the screen. I have to show you this. I have to show you this video. Because this right here is going to support the real reason why white people love Africans but can't stand African Americans. Hold on. Let me share the screen. Let me share the screen. So I saw this the other day. I almost wanted to cry. Now, this right here is the king of the Ashanti, the Asante Hene. I actually had the opportunity. I went to the Akwesede Festival in this last December. I'm going to go again in this December. Now, this is the king of the Ashanti people, the king, bowing down before a white priest in the name of white Jesus. This is what I don't understand about you Africans. Now, African Americans, we have an excuse. We were kidnapped, sold into slavery, stripped of everything that we had. You Africans have no excuse. No excuse at all. You want to know why white people love Africans but can't stand African Americans? Because Africans see the white man and white woman as Jesus. This is proof. That is why. Don't believe me? Go to Accra, Ghana. I mean, this is the king of the Ashanti people, the mighty Ashanti people who were at war with people like this guy. At war. Before Europeans, Britons came to Ghana, the Ashanti were not Christians. The British, the white European, the British brought Christianity into Kumasi, into Ghana, forced it on them, went to war with them, colonialized them. You had the likes of Asantewaa, I'm sorry if I butchered your name. Please forgive me. Who went to war. I mean, I went to the military museum in Kumasi. I went when I was there in December. You had the likes of Jomo Kenyatta, who said when the white missionaries came, they brought the Bibles. We, the Africans, had the land. They taught us how to close our eyes, get on our knees and pray. When we opened our eyes, the Africans had the Bible, the white people had the land. You Negroes still don't get it in 2018. Still don't get it. The reason why, again, white people love Africans but can't stand African Americans is because in 2018, you have middle class, upper class Africans, Igbos to be specific, because I'm pretty sure the girl that wrote this article, which we're going to get into, Ara Elo Buji Shukwa, somebody in the chat room, let me know if this is an Igbo name. I would be shocked if it wasn't. Okay. I got to read this article. You have people like her. You have people like Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie, another Igbo, middle class, upper class Igbos who are still stuck on tribalism. Like I said, tribalism is the new coonery. They're still stuck on tribalism, but they won't call out white supremacy for anything. In fact, it's to the point now, Chimamanda, who is a white feminist in blackface, how she would support Hillary Clinton, even after what she's done in Haiti, what her family has done to black people here in America, after what she's done in Libya, Africans being sold into slavery. She'll still support Hillary Clinton. A lot of these African feminists still support Hillary Clinton. But when it comes to Sirleaf Johnson, Grace Mugabe, they won't support him. In fact, they criticize him, but they'll support Hillary Clinton. They'll blame tribalism for everything. They can't get over tribalism. It's 2018, you're middle class, you're upper class, and you're still talking about tribalism. Tribalism, Igbo versus Fulani or Hausa or Yoruba, is equivalent to Bloods versus Crips. That shit is for poor people. Okay, if you're impoverished, you have no resources, lack of family, no family structure, you join a gang. A lot of you Africans have turned tribalism into a damn gang. Let's leave out the culture part, because a lot of you Africans don't speak your language, your local language. You worship white Jesus, or you practice Arabism. The only time you'll dress up is at a wedding or a festival. So we got to leave the culture part out of it. Shit is a gang. And poor people, poor black people, okay, participate in gangs. You have turned tribalism into a gang. So I don't want to hear shit about no tribalism. But they won't hold white supremacy, white people. They won't hold them accountable for anything. That's why white people love Africans, because at least with African Americans, there's still a sense of racism that's marginalized black people in the past. That's going to be brought up. I know a lot of white people don't feel comfortable about that, speaking about that, but they know about you Africans. Number one, they know that you guys look at them as if they're Jesus. And number two, there is no racism. There is no racism. It is tribalism. It is tribalism. It is no racism. No racism. It is tribalism. So white people feel comfortable around Africans because you think they're Jesus, and colonialism and slavery and all that, that in the eyes of many Africans, it never happened. It never happened. So she gives the reason why. Let's go over some of these reasons. So reason number one, why white people love Africans but can't stand African Americans, is because all the melanin, none of the guilt. Slavery is America's greatest sin. No matter how much white people would have us forget it ever occurred, grab our invisible bootstraps and move on. We know that can never happen. The truth is, the residual effects of slavery are sewn into the fabric of this country, making the avoidance of guilt a seemingly impossible feat, especially when you're still wearing its clothing. Not to mention, interfacing with your victims on a daily can get pretty taxing. Of course, the white people we see today aren't the ones who steered the ships and physically chained us, but they're still benefiting off of it. Don't get it twisted. But their willingness to maintain, hold all of the privileges they inherited, facts, through these atrocities, let us know that they're in no rush to make amends. And because white people feel this unavoidable sense of guilt when it comes to forging on in their ancestors' bloody footsteps, their subconscious is always thinking of ways to avoid further persecution. And one of the easiest ways to do that is to avoid who makes you feel guilty about it. Now, I'm going to say this. If the transatlantic slave trade didn't happen, Africa would not be in the situation that it's in now. But what's crazy, now, Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, South Africa, Congo, these are all European-made countries that are managed now by Black people. Everything that's in place, the reason why they're in the despair they're in now, is all due to the hand of Europeans. But per Africans, a lot of times when you talk to them, that shit never happened. Colonialism never happened. The slave trade never happened. So that's why a lot of times white people feel more comfortable around Africans than they do Black Americans. Because they know at the end of the day, Black people are going to give them the side eye. Black Americans are going to give white people the side eye for the most part. In large groups because of what happened. But like I said, white people run around all over Africa, do what they want, as if colonialism or slavery never happened. Those are just facts. If this observation is accurate, then it only makes sense for white people to prefer African immigrants. Not only can they whip out the "I have a friend from Ghana" card, but they also get to avoid the social responsibility, the expectation of allyship, the acknowledgement of wrongs, the challenging of old family beliefs, and many other responsibilities that come along with befriending Black Americans. Sure, the transatlantic slave trade began in West Africa, but white people don't see slavery as a crime committed against Africans, at least not directly. So in the context of friendship and intimate partnerships between Africans and white Americans, these topics are easily avoidable. No victim, no crime, no rallies to attend, no protests, no boycotts, just guilt-free fun. The African friend essentially acts as a breath of fresh air to the white conscious. Again, all this is okay. The reasons, I understand. But again, the reason why white people love Africans is because Africans see white people as Jesus. That's why. And don't hold them accountable for anything. Is this Wakanda? I mean, I'm really not going to, I don't need to read all of this. He wouldn't hurt a fly. It's just, again, I'll post a link to the article in the chat room. But I'm telling you, reason why is because Africans see white people as Jesus. That's what it is. That's the reason why. And a lot of these African Muslims see Arabs as Jesus as Allah. A lot of these African Muslims, when they see an Arab walking in the street, they see him as Allah reincarnated. They see Muhammad reincarnated. Because you got to think about it. Now, you'll have African Muslim countries who will speak out against what's going on, you know, against the Muslims and I forget Myanmar, the Rohingya people, I think they're called in Myanmar. If I butchered that, I'm sorry. You know, they'll speak out against what's going on against non-Black Muslims in the Rohingya people in Myanmar, however you say it. But when Africans were being sold into slavery by other Muslims in Libya, they didn't say anything. So again, non-Blacks love to go to Africa because these Africans will not hold them accountable for anything. They get to get away with everything. They won't hold them accountable. They run wild. But then the Black American is Killmonger. Or they try to bring up Liberia. That's what we're dealing with here. That's what we're dealing with. I'm not taking shots at you guys. I love Africa, but I'm telling the truth. East Lawrence, appreciate the super chat. I'm just telling you what I've observed. So yeah. I mean, I just thought that was interesting. Because I understand where she was going in the article, but I think she was over complicating the article when it's just simple. I mean, you have Africans who would tell me that Africa is not the promised land that Israel is. People, can we get the likes up? We have 125 people watching and only 55 likes. Can we please get the likes up? I've heard that. And I just don't understand. You have your beautiful indigenous African cultures, religions, voodoo, animism, whatever you want to call it. But you will dump it and renounce it for Jesus and Arabism. I don't understand. I don't get it. I need answers. Hold on, I want to find this. Hold on, I got something I want to show you guys real quick. Hold on one second. I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. I'm trying to find. I can't find it. Hold on one second. Guys, I got to find this real quick. Hold on. I got this message. In fact, I didn't even play the whole video. Let me play this whole video real quick. Here we go. Let me play this whole video. Now, this is the king of the Ashanti bowing down. To the same God that colonized Ghana. I mean, the same God that colonized Ghana, and you have your own beautiful, I was there, your own beautiful indigenous Ashanti religion. You have it, but instead you will rather perform in ceremonies like this. But then a lot of these same Africans will tell Black American, you are too militant and radical. But for some reason, the non-Blacks in Africa don't get the same message. I mean, he's in his beautiful royal garb, beautiful kente, royal kente, doing this. And what did Jomo Kenyatta say? The missionaries came with their Bibles. We, the Africans, had the land. The missionaries taught us how to pray, close our eyes, and kneel. When we woke up, we had the Bibles, and the missionaries, the European, had the land. These are Africans that have not learned yet.
Keep your hearts and minds in the knowledge of love and of His Son Jesus Christ our Lord. The blessing of God Almighty, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit rest upon you and guard you and keep you now and always. Amen. Go in peace, beloved, serve the Lord. Amen.
That hurt. I was disappointed in that. I was really disappointed in that. Really disappointed. I was really disappointed in that. Really, that really hurt. That really hurt. That right there hurt. I was at the, hold on one second. Let me show you the footage. I was at the I was at the Akweside Festival enjoying myself. Loved it. Absolutely loved it. Hold on. Let me show you the video. Hold on. Hold on one second. Hold on. Video manager. Having a ball. Hope I spelled it right. Akweside. Hold on. Let me see if I spelled it right. Hold on one second, guys. Give me a second. I want to pull up this footage. And the video is on my page, but I want to pull this up. I was having a ball. Having the time of my life. The time of my life. Absolutely loved it. And then I see that, and I'm just like, come on. Here we go. Let me play this for you guys. Oh, let me share the screen. Oh, here we go. Just leaving. Hold on, let me share the screen, you guys. So I'm at the Akweside Festival having a ball. And to see that hurt, it really hurt. To opera. Hope you guys. It's me and Kumasi. The Akweside Festival here in Kumasi. I try to get as much as I could. One thing about Ghana, they're very strict about I mean, this was just beautiful. I don't understand why. Huh. 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 I mean, look at the culture. Why would you need Jesus when you got this? Why? I don't understand. I mean, you got this beautiful culture. Why in the hell am I going to go to church for? For what? Why would I go to the mosque for? When you have religion, your spirituality, which outdates Islam and Christianity, why in the hell would I go to the mosque or the church for? I don't get it. And I hear so many excuses. Oh, there goes the king right there. I got this is the closest I could get to him. No, I just don't understand. How do you go from that? How do you go from this?
I try to get as much as I could. One thing about Ghana, they're very strict about having media credentials. So I need to get my. I'm shooting myself.
I mean, I got them harassing me. I'm doing a selfie and I got them harassing me. So you go from that to, hold on, let me find it. Hold on. You go from all of that beautiful culture, all of that, to this right here. I just don't get it. All of that to this. You get reduced to this.
Apo Roma so ya put the communion ahead. Say omo bonfire man from here day.
And if you only knew the number of Ghanaians and Africans who are excusing this behavior. Excusing this behavior. There's no excuse for this behavior. No excuse at all. No excuse. There's no excuse for this behavior. No excuse at all. No excuse. Sad. Hold on real quick. Clear my screen. It's the same king. That's the same king from the festival. Same king. You go from that, all that culture to that. No excuse. Same king. I don't know what to say. So again, all right, this article, you just overcomplicated the issue. The reason why white people love Africans but can't stand African Americans is because Africans see white people as Jesus. That's just what it is. That's what it is. I mean, that's just what it is. Because African religions are not organized religions, we need to organize them, the voodoo, the Bori, and the rest. That's an excuse, man. We can't, I mean, that's just an excuse, bro. They are organized. They're organized. They're organized. But anyways, I just you know, I'm just going to you know, that's it. I just had to go on and speak on that. I'll answer some questions before I log off. See what we got here. Freetown marketer. It took 525 years to get to this pathetic state. It would take another 525 to unravel this mess we are in. We don't have 525 years. That's the issue. I don't control the Voodoo Festival. I don't know, man. But anyways, everybody, thank you for Chief Drino. Thank you for the super chat. Let's see what else we got here. Mike Olawale. God bless you, Dynas. My Ghanaian and Nigerian people need a savior like you. I'm trying. I'm trying my hardest. Shout out to everybody in the chat room. All right, people, make sure you like and share the video. Make sure you go to search for Uhuru on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, and Facebook. Also, Africa Personified on those same platforms. Also, go to dynasmir.com, search for Uhuru.com, Africa Personified.Africa, and go to Amazon.com, search your name, Dynasmir. Please buy a book. Till next time, family. Peace.